Hello there everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome back to more Banjo Kazooie Speedrunning, or as I like to call it, lack thereof, and watch me fail and make a freaking jackass out of myself. Just kidding. But really, we've been stuck in this freaking early game rut for what seems like years. Even though that's not really the case, it was more or less, just over the past few weeks, I've been stuck in this rut of not being able to escape early game. So, here's hoping I can remedy that today. So, with that in mind, let's get going. Also, if I look kind of funny to you all today, it's because I recently got my hands on a new shirt and a new pair of shorts. This shirt I'm wearing is a tie-dye shirt. And so, since it has some green on the shirt itself, and because of the way the green screen works, yeah, the green is basically disappearing from the shirt. So, that is kind of awkward. Oh well, it's not that bad. You can still see me for the most part, and it's not like it's really that bad anyway. So, yeah, everything will be fine here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get things set up and get ready to boogie. But before I actually begin, we do have a new follower, which they followed just about 2 days ago. So, it is Silganter Sanso 96. Jesus. You couldn't pick any worse name to be able to try to pronounce? Anyway, that's the person who followed recently. And they followed like 2 days ago. So that is awesome. And if you're here right now, hope you, If you're here right now... Oh. Hello. Okay, my mother was texting me and I didn't respond earlier, so... That's Mr. Vile, the evil crocodile, who doesn't make me smile. That is Mad Monster. God damn it. Frickin' visual question. And after I got it so gosh diddly dang fast, too. Oh well. And this may be a sign of things to come. That's unfortunate. Well then. That's lame sauce. Alright, let's go ahead and get this done first. And get done as fast as we possibly can. Anyway, the reason why I didn't stream on Wednesday was... Honestly, I can't remember. I think I had some running around to do that day, which, that was definitely not a fun time, let me tell you. This whole week has been really, really hectic. There's just been a lot going down, and, yeah, it was just a very busy week overall. So, on Thursday, Mom and I had an appointment to go to, and it was very early in the morning, and basically I had to be with my mother the entire time. Let's just say that. Okay, good. Make some glum. Can't get into his house. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna get the frickin' puzzle minigame now. Okay, good. Thank God. Usually whenever you get either the Mr. Vile minigame along with the one where you have to ground pound the sandcastle floor, you usually get both of those in sequence. One right after the other. At least from my experiences. But at least that didn't happen this time. But trust me, It's only just beginning, so let's make sure I have this selected, and let us begin. Okay, here we go. Time for Spiral Mountain yet again. So basically, I had to be with my mother all day yesterday as well as Thursday after our little appointment. So that was kind of fun. Granted, I am used to it at this point, and to be honest, I really don't want to go into detail because, quite frankly, it's no one's business but my own. But I figure I'd offer some sort of explanation here. I just had to attend to some real-life stuff, and that kind of got in the way. That's the TLDR of it. I did mention that I had a meeting to go to on Friday, aka yesterday. However, due to the whole appointment thing on Thursday, I had to cancel that meeting and reschedule it for next Friday. So, that's pretty interesting. Figure I'd throw that out there. So, I'm going to be streaming today as well as tomorrow. Originally, I had plans of starting my new playthrough today as opposed to tomorrow, but... dang it. I'm just going to concentrate on this first, and I'll get back to my discussion in a minute. Up the tree. Damn it! Wow. Well, that was poorly timed. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a few seconds here. Or we're going to reset immediately. Damn it! Stupid lack of depth perception! Well, that was my dumb fault anyway. Okay, back to what I was saying before, I guess. Alright, here we go again. What was I saying before? Dang it, I can't remember now. I guess before this whole thing even started, our newest follower, believe it or not, they are follower number 100. So now at this point, we are officially at 100 followers. For real this time. And I made adjustments to the goal from the 100 follower target, and since that essentially has been met, I decided to bump up that goal from 100 to 150. Let's see if we can reach that goal together, everyone. I know we can do it. So, along with that, I also was watching Summer Games Done Quick a couple of days ago. I watched it on damn it. Well, there goes at least 5 seconds. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I didn't really watch much of it per se, but I did watch a few runs that were done on Thursday. And Thursday was the most interesting day because that was the day that Banjo Kazooie was being ran. It was for the 100% race against Hag as well as Duck. So the two of them were going at it throughout the entire race. Also, get the hell up there. Anyway, the race was very entertaining and a lot of fun to watch. Congratulations to Hag for winning it. He won it by quite a bit of time, I think by at least a minute. Not too sure. I can't remember the actual time, but it was just a little over 2 hours. And that was for both runners. So, no world record during that event, but it was still a really damn good run overall. So after watching that... Hello, Shawaria Mox. Glad that you can make it. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. The race was very entertaining, and it just makes me want to push myself even harder so I can at least hold a candle to them. Of course, if I want to do something like that, I have to switch to running N64 permanently. But I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. I may switch things up every once in a while and just run N64 every now and again. But it's not like I'll be doing that all the time. Figure I throw that out there. Okay. So, in other news, after watching the race, I've been trying to practice up on some of the more advanced tricks in the game. I mentioned before that I've been practicing Freezeezy Peak Early, otherwise known as FP Early. And I will say this, I am getting better at being able to execute it, but I'm still having a lot of trouble with the movement and setup. So, as I've been practicing it and noticing how often I manage to pull off the trick, it seems like I'm able to nail it like 1 out of 10 times I attempt it. So honestly, that's not that bad. Of course, I need to work on that consistency so I can lower that even more. Of course, for this route, I'm not going to be doing FP Early because A, I still need more practice with FP Early. 2, I also need to work on nailing 450 note door skip, as I'm having a lot of trouble with that too, even though it's the same sort of trick, just flying in a different direction. Just saying, it's very, very difficult. It is considered to be the hardest trick in the entire game to learn, but if you can manage to pull it off and also do it within your first attempt, you can save quite a lot of time in the long run. Of course, that's not without its drawbacks, however, as you're taking on the late game levels a lot earlier than you should. And as such, item management is a hell of a lot more important in the FP Early and 450 note door skip route. In other words, this also has to be incorporated with yet another trick I've yet to learn, which is reverse B adventure. Honestly, I've not had much of a chance to try to practice that at all. Damn it! I wasn't sure if he was going to actually hit me or hit on the side of me because of my movement. Whatever. Anyway, like I said, I haven't had much of a chance to try practicing reverse B adventure yet. I've tried to practice it a few times on N64, but I just can't seem to nail it down at all. So, I figured I'd try working on practicing some of the other tricks in the game first before even getting to reverse B adventure. Funny enough, even though I haven't learned Reverse Speed Adventure yet. It's like, I know how it's supposed to be done, but actually executing it and doing it is something else entirely. That is something I need to practice on hard. However, I think if I'm going to be able to practice it reliably, I'm going to need an EverDrive. I'm going to need an EverDrive for the N64 along with the practice ROM of Banjo Kazooie, which thankfully I did recently get my hands on the practice ROM of the game, but I still need an EverDrive. The EverDrive is going to take a bit of time to get the funds together to get that, but it is something that's on my radar most definitely. Okay, let's get this done. Okay. Damn it, didn't make it to the Switch. Probably jumped way too soon. Then again, maybe I was too late. I have no idea. Alright, here we go. Time to finish this up. Hopefully things will go nice and smooth. And hopefully these termites will not be a troll. Some of my most recent practice runs have been really, really bad, because these frickin' buttholes were massive trolls. They just laid inside of the frickin' note formation and just refused to get out. I can even recall one time when one of the termites actually threw me off into a lower level. That's just how big of a troll they can be, which is really, really bad. And that wasted even more time. Okay. We may have lost a little bit of time here, but it shouldn't be that bad. Oh wow, would you look at that? I actually rainbowed despite being 2 milliseconds slower. How? Whatever, I don't care. It's a rainbow, that's all that matters. And besides, we'll be able to make up for lost time later. Okay. Huh. You'd be surprised of how big their influence can be. Sometimes they can have a big enough following to get recognition from Nintendo themselves to be able to receive a review copy of the game. And it's not only with Nintendo either, it also applies to basically every gaming company out there. If you have a big enough following and you show interest in the game, then the company may see that you are interested, and they may see it as free publicity for possibly bringing in players for the game. So that's the reason why they may give out review codes to influencers. Also, yeah, the reason why I'm not streaming Mario Maker 2 is for 2 reasons. 1, I don't have it, so I can't stream it. And 2, I honestly don't feel like it. I kind of want to try playing the game myself on my own time rather than stream my first experience with that game, or at least that kind of game. Alright, off the clankers. May not be able to get the fast cycle for Gloop, but we'll definitely see soon enough. Even if we don't get fast cycle, we can still make something work. As far as what else to talk about at this point in time, I really don't have much of anything at this moment. Okay. That wasn't too bad for a Gloop cycle. That's about what I wanted anyway. Wow. Okay. Definitely an unpopular opinion. But hey, we all have those. Okay. Come on, Gloop. Please be good to me. Good. Alright. That should be more than enough air. And I went out the wrong way. Crap. This should still be fine. It's just gonna be slower, unfortunately. I can still make this work. And that's perfectly fine. We're all entitled to our own opinions. Like, some people think that Sonic 06 is probably the worst Sonic game ever made, next to Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. Oh, damn it. Oh, come on. How did that miss? Wow, that was just bad. Absolutely bad. Wow. Oh, come on! Why didn't you land in the frickin' water? Wow, again, why can't I move anywhere without having to stumble? May have to reset soon if this keeps up. God damn it. Come on! Christ all goddamn frickin' mighty! Frickin' Buttershoes McGee is the absolute frickin' worst. Just slipping and sliding all over the frickin' place. What is up with the sliding momentum? It's just so frickin' random. Ugh, that was horseshit. God, I want to puke right now. That was so frickin' bad. I honestly don't know if I should keep going. But I'm gonna try to salvage it somehow, even though I'm gonna lose like about a minute, especially after that. Okay. Oh, come on. How was that fall damage? Was I really that high in the air? God damn it. Jumped too early again. Of course. Of course that would happen. My momentum just randomly died. Again. And now I can't get on top of the frickin' bastard. And now the cycles are all screwed up on this, too. So I'm gonna get hit by every single blade here. Just you watch. Or I dodge every single one. Ha! Okay, that works. What am I doing? Okay. God damn it. Quit getting freaking nicked. And look, number of the beast. Okay. Damn it, game! Wow, this shit is absolutely horrendous. I'm gonna lose roughly 2 minutes. I'm gonna lose like 2 minutes. Just you watch. Just because of all the mistakes that were made. Yeah, I'm probably gonna reset after this. I don't know. We'll definitely see. Yes, indeed. The number of the beast was most definitely real. Okay, that's a reset immediately. That is a goddamn reset. I don't know how my jump height just randomly got robbed. But it was, and that's fucking bullshit. I'm not sure what I should clip. That jump? Or what? Oh, number of the beast? If you're referring to that, I've already done so a couple streams back. As that happened there too. Damn, it's hot. Okay. Like I said, I've just been stuck in this freaking slump of early game that I just can't seem to escape from, no matter how hard I try. I mean, I've been trying my damnedest, but I just can't seem to get anywhere, and when I do, I always screw the freaking pooch! Ugh. I'm gonna turn my fan up to level 2, because, I'm really sweating my frickin' butt off here. Hopefully this doesn't cause too much interference with the mic. Little sister's name, that would be Tootie. Okay, that is Bubblegloop. Excuse me. Damn it. Okay. First note door, that is 50. That's not Kazooie, the Beagle. Funny. The Beagle's a name of a dog breed. Then again, maybe it is a species of bird. Who knows? But I know that a Beagle is a dog breed. Granted, we have birds like that are named tits. No, seriously, there are birds that are named tits. That's kind of funny if you ask me. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's take it easy. Everything's gonna be fine. Just need to get into the groove of things like I typically tend to do after like 10 million years. Or nearly 3 hours. Just saying, that's just the kind of luck I have. Maybe this time we'll have a better Mumbo's Mountain as well. We'll see. We'll definitely see. And hopefully none of my inputs will get eaten again. There we go. I swear to God, if I missed that, I was gonna flip. Phew, damn. Okay, good. Finally, I made it onto the stump in one flight. Good. Are you kidding me, game? Are you fucking kidding me with that bullshit? Random freaking bullshit. Wow, there goes at least 5 seconds. And here goes even more because this asshole's in the way. Not enough momentum. I knew it. I knew that was not enough momentum. Not enough momentum to make it across the bridge. It was literally like one goddamn pixel off. 1 pixel. I knew I was screwed, no matter frickin' what. As the approach was really slow, and there was no way I was going to make it. Oh well, let's go yet again. And hopefully this time things will go even better and with less stupid frickin' mistakes. Okay, let's calm down. Everything's fine. I honestly don't have very much to talk about today. There really isn't a whole lot to go over. Other than what I've explained at the very beginning of the stream. Just have a new follower, and I also adjusted the follower goal from 100 to 150 since we met the goal. Also, come on, get the hell up there. Thank you. Okay, that's a reset. I don't know why I went through the son of a bitch twice, but whatever. God, this game. I really don't understand it sometimes, I swear. Alright, let's go. And hopefully we'll actually make it up the frickin' jump on our first try, without taking multiple attempts. Although that really shouldn't be that big of a deal. What is a big deal, however, is missing the first honeycomb after it shoots like 10 million feet in the air. That is a very big deal. Okay, let's get going yet again. There we go. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. And thankfully that didn't shoot like 10 million feet in the air this time. It's kind of random of how high that thing shoots into the air. Like, sometimes it won't shoot very high, and other times it'll shoot higher than the frickin' entrance of Grunty's lair. It appears as though this honeycomb also has the same property for whatever reason. There we go, finally. Very nice. Again, why did my input get eaten? I was clearly on the ground and I hit the button. I don't know what's up with this game. Sometimes it just randomly loves to eat your button inputs. Like, you push it and it doesn't actually happen. Wow. Well, there went my time save because Grunty felt the need of chiming in while I was heading into the portrait. Fantastic. That, I think, is a pretty rare happening. Rarely Grunty will chime in a second time shortly after her introduction. And usually you're able to get through the dialogue before reaching the portrait. But if you move too fast during that instance, then unfortunately you can't cancel out that dialogue box and you have to wait through the entire thing. And it goes really, really slow, which is super annoying as crap. Damn it! Okay, why didn't I fire the second shot? I don't get it. Again, my input was being eaten. Clearly I fired the second shot, I pushed the button, and yet it didn't happen until like 2 seconds later. God, why do I have this problem lately with my inputs being eaten? Like, they're not being executed. Okay. Okay. So far, so good, I think. Now watch as I say this and then everything goes wrong. We'll definitely see. We may have had a rough start, but I think we'll be able to make up for lost time elsewhere. Even if it's further into the level. Come on, quit beating your chest. Well, so much for that time save I was talking about earlier. Guess we'll have to wait until someplace else. We're probably going to lose at least 2 seconds. Especially after that bullshit. Oh, Lordy, have mercy on me, game. Seriously. Why does everything have to go wrong? Especially with things like the camera, which I can't control. And then momentum just suddenly gets robbed for no reason. I honestly don't get it. Okay. There is one more thing that is worth noting, and that is I have been practicing up on yet another trick that is going to be coming up in Bubblegloop Swamp later on. And hopefully I'll be able to show off what I've been practicing. That thing I'm talking about, of course, is the mud hut jumping. I've been practicing on that as well, and I think I finally mastered it. I'm able to jump on all the huts of which you can jump on, The first, second, and the second to last one. Hopefully I'll be able to show it off during this stream, but we'll definitely see if we can even make it that far. As the way things have been going, it hasn't exactly been working out too well. Okay. Wow, that was an improvement? That was weird. But I'll gladly take it. Any improvement is better than no improvement at all. Okay, good. No Grunty this time. It's random of whether or not Grunty will chime in as you're trying to escape this place. Or at least escape the hub area of Mumbo's Mountain. Seems like that happens about 30% of the time. And when it does happen, it's super freaking annoying as crap. Okay, cool. That's what I like to see. Things are going okay so far. Of course, that can always go and die, as it typically does when we reach clankers. Whew, man. When it comes to that level in particular, it has not exactly been a smooth ride. You should all know, because the last run died there. Again. Okay. I'm surprised that even activated. It seems like the hitbox on the Switch is rather generous. And that's a good thing. I like that. I like the fact that it is as generous as it is. I'm kind of worried about my egg count here, since I unfortunately had a little problem with the totem pole. And also I didn't pick up any more eggs in Tinker Tower like I should have. But I'm sure things will be okay. I should still have more than enough eggs by the time I open up the Mouth of Clanker, and also finish up Clankers too. I can't stress enough how important resource management is. Especially in the Xbox route where you don't learn the eggs and feathers as you take them with you from your previous setup file when setting up a Furthest One moveset. Now then, let's finish up this underside. Come on, glue, please work with me. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have a feeling I'm not going to have enough air. Oh well, I'm going for it. And then I'll just book it to the surface. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Just made it. Holy crap. I don't care if I missed the cycle. I don't freaking care. Phew! That was scary. If I'm going to try to just go to the platform where you have to stand on to shoot Clanker's gold tooth, it wouldn't have worked. I would have drowned before I even got there. I know, as there would be no way I would have enough air. Now then, let's not act like Buttershoes McGee, please. That would be great. I was also practicing this minigame in particular a little bit here and there. I am getting better, and oddly enough, my best time currently for this minigame is 20. 20 left on the clock. And 19's still good. Not great, but it's still good. In all honesty, I think that's pretty average. And I'm okay with that. Okay. Ah, shoot on a freaking boot. Well, damn, that sucked. I'm surprised that even connected. Considering how close I was to, the frickin' sludge monster, whatever the hell it is. I can't remember its name for the life of me. But it's ugly and it's a slug. What can I say? Okay. There is another optimization that I could employ here, or at least I could have, if I would have done the movement properly, but it's one of those frame perfect tricks, I think, and I still can't pull that off to save my life. I mean, I was practicing it a little bit too. Of course, that happened. Okay, what? Why was I in the air? Whatever, game. You just love spawning me in the weirdest of ways, don't you? Hooray, I didn't get nicked this time. Good. Phew. Definitely way better this time around. Of course, mistakes were still made, especially when falling off of the bolt platform. But, even so, the backup still works. Okay. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Phew. Oh my god, that was too close. I did not want to fall there again. Wow, that was a pretty bad quick dive. Oh well, let's see if I can pull this off. It seems kind of random of where these snippets will go. Sometimes they will be cooperative and other times they won't. Ah, man. Well, that stunk. Kind of want to grab these before I leave. Alright, time for the final swim. Thankfully, this is just about over. We do have a little bit of a trek to traverse through, and we're going to be swimming for at least 64 seconds. Okay. Got it. Unfortunately, we are going to lose a little bit of time here, which does suck. 7 seconds lost. Wow. Honestly, I think it was just due in part with me falling off of that bolt thing. Okay. Here's hoping Treasure Trove Cove will go better. We'll most definitely see as we approach the level and actually perform all the flights required. And also pray that we can do them perfectly. Which is a lot easier said than done. Oh my back. I guess one thing I could talk about is I am still deciding on what I want to do a playthrough of next. I can't really look at my list of games I want to do for this year right now. Also, where the hell am I going? I almost went off to Bubblegloop where I shouldn't have been. That would have been bad. Okay. Go. Let's get to work on this. Oh my god, no. Do not talk to Blubber. That's what I get for being in Talontrot and decide to do a rat-tap rap there. Dang it. Okay. Time for flight number 1. Let's see if I can pull this off, hopefully without a hitch. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Definitely glad that went off perfectly. I was kind of worried about the approach on the treasure chest, thinking I was too low. But thankfully, I was just right. And that's exactly where I needed to be. These stairs can still suck it, though. Also, that was bullshit. Excuse me. Goddamn crap. Seriously, that crap sucks. He gets in the way so often during a run that it's not even funny. I'm not sure if there's any sort of surefire way to avoid him. Also, screw you, game. That was bullshit. Well, time for the backup strat, and here's hoping that it'll work. It's not very often that I fail the second flight anymore. I'm kind of surprised I failed it so hard. Get up there, please. Thank you. Oh, crap. My inputs were eaten again, of course. Wow. Probably because I didn't activate Rat-Tap Rap fast enough, and I was still technically in Talontrot. I seriously hate that so much. Okay. Being at 3 health here, honestly, is not that bad. That's basically where I want to be anyway. God damn it. Alright. Minor setback, but I'm sure we'll be able to make up. Hopefully with the final flight and everything goes well. We'll definitely see. You never know, especially with the way the hit detection is sometimes. Of course, that missed. Screw it. I've wasted like 6 eggs just from that. And a ton of time too, because I had to drop down. God, that is so freaking bad. Okay, good. Got that. That's too high up. Well then. May not be the most successful flight out there, but it still works. Damn it! All because, for whatever reason, the jump pad did not activate when it should have. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Basically, I need to lower my health down even more. Okay. I really don't like the fact that I'm so low on eggs right now, like less than 10. But I'm sure I'll be able to get more later. And hopefully I'll be able to pull this off too, as I've been having a lot of trouble executing this death warp lately. Probably because the extra amount of health I have. Oh my god. Here I am, being distracted. And yeah, because I failed the second flight so hard, I'm gonna lose at least a minute. Gonna have to try to make it up elsewhere. Okay, good. Okay. 31 seconds lost just because of that. Jesus. Alright. Next stop is Bubblegloop. Hooray, I actually made it further this time around. Here's hoping it'll last, and I hope things go well. We'll most certainly see. As we continue to make our way through this frickin' place and conquer more and more challenges again and again, everything will be fine. May have lost 30 seconds here, but Hopefully with the new trick I mastered, it should help with saving some time. That is, if I can execute it first try. We'll definitely see when we get to that point. Damn it! Wow. I really don't like being not at full health here. I think we'll still be okay. We'll definitely see, depending on how well things go. Okay. I thought I had more hang time than that, but I guess not. Oh well. Okay, here we go. I'm surprised that even counted. I don't even. Okay. Time for the hut jumping. There we go. Ah, son of a bitch! My momentum just died on me. Well, looks like we're taking yet another L on this one. Especially after doing that by accident. Okay, there we go. Second try. I'm cool with that. I really hate being at such low health here. But it doesn't look like I have much of a choice in the matter. Well, honestly, despite failing the hut jumps at least once, I think we'll still be okay for the most part. But we'll see. We'll definitely see, depending on how the rest of this goes. As if you manage to pull off the hut jumping perfectly, you can save like about 15 seconds. Get off of there. Wow, okay. Shoot. Forgot to jump. Man! Well, there went that time save I talked about earlier. Get over there. Okay. Time for this. Okay. Here we are. Okay, cool. Okay. I wasn't sure if I hit pink or purple. Blue. Oops, wrong color. Okay, cool. Glad that's done out the way. Holy crap. Alright. Now that the hard part is mostly over, all we have left now is the good old Mr. Vile minigame. And of course, it's gonna be a real fun time, as always. Well, after, or more or less before we do that though, we do have a little bit of work left to do with one more timer switch that we have to press down. Quit eating my inputs, game! There we go. Oh no, that's fine. As long as you're watching, that's all that really matters here. Oh my god. Okay. Phew. Alright, time for good old Mr. Vile, the evil crocodile who doesn't make me smile, ever. Again, I really wish I could cancel this dialogue box here, but you can't do that on Xbox, unfortunately. You just have to sit through it. Don't you just hate it when sometimes you hit the chomp button and instead of moving forward ever slightly faster, you just stop dead in your tracks? I hate that crap a lot, and it seems like that happens quite often to me during this minigame for some reason. Probably due to the slopes on these holes here where these yum-yums and whatnot are coming out of. But your guess is as good as mine at this point. Okay. Again, quit spawning in front of Mr. Vile game. Jesus Christ, this is too close for comfort. Phew! Just barely won that. Yes, you can. On the N64, you can skip most dialogue boxes in the entire game, including the one with after accepting Mr. Vile's invitation to play the minigame. After accepting it, you can push L, R, and B on the N64 controller to skip the dialogue box and start the minigame immediately. There are only 2 conversations in the entire game, of which cannot be skipped. And both of them are, believe it or not, located in Freezeezy Peak. Also, another location would be the trial minigames and whatnot during Furnace Fun, which, if you're a speedrunner, you wouldn't even have to worry about that at all whatsoever, as that doesn't apply. Thanks to Furnace... thanks to Nenpulk's skip, and also just skipping the entire board in general. Also, fuck! Well, this run is officially dead, folks. It is officially 110% dead. All because I tied the goddamn fucking game. That is too much time lost. Because if you lose a single round on this, that is at least 2 minutes plus. You're going to lose so much goddamn time. It's not even funny. All because of RNG. I lost the run to RNG, dude. God damn it. I just had horrendous RNG at the end. Yep. That's the annoying thing. Absolutely annoying. It would be bad enough if you had to play through the game again, even if it's just that round. But since I was at 1 health, even if I would leave and re-enter, he would make you play through the first 2 all over again. So, because of that, the run officially dies if you lose. And the reason why you want to lower your health down to 1 is so that way you can death warp more quickly. Again, I just had bad RNG at the end. I guess another thing that kind of threw me off too was, I think at one point I was sitting still for an extended period of time, which I shouldn't have been. Honestly, I think the reason why I did that was because I knew that the thing was going to change in just a moment. I didn't think Mr. Vi was that close to me. But, lo and behold, the game decides to prove me wrong in every way possible by completely ruining the entire game. Damn it! Oh, come on! Of course. Okay, why can't I do this now? There we go. Jesus. And, of course, it throws me a frickin' slap across the face. I've been getting a lot of visual questions lately, and I don't understand why. I know, right? Honestly, the winner shouldn't even be decided. The most fair, in my honest opinion, for that instance, would be you just redo the entire minigame again. Or just do that round all over again. Oh, it appears that we tied somehow. It's still dumb how that minigame works. Okay, good. At least we can start a run that much sooner, even if I didn't get an impulse skip. I forgot to start my timer, son of a bitch. Man. Okay. Let's just go ahead and delete the file and then we'll actually start it proper. Alright, and here we go. Now, despite me quitting the game... Oh, god damn it. Despite me quitting the game before entering Grunty's lair, FFM should still activate, and that's usually what happens. It still activates upon entering Grunty's lair and entering Mumbo's Mountain. So, I figure I'd throw that out there. Really, game? You have to do this now? Okay. Okay. Wow, only 1 millisecond difference? Huh, that's not bad at all. Honestly, I'll take it, despite the mistake that was made earlier on. Well, I wouldn't really call it a mistake. It's more like bad luck, if anything. But even so, I'll gladly take it. Man, I've not had a chance to drink this tea yet, and it's sweating its frickin' butt off. And when I say, I meant it. You know what I mean. Apparently, I just can't speak today. Plain and simple. Okay, here we go. Here's hoping this will go even better than last time. Oh, come on! Are you serious, game? I almost fired another egg. That would have been bad. As I would have eliminated the means of being able to grab that empty honeycomb, and the run would have died right then and there due to that mistake. What the hell is this stuck on? God damn it. Damn cord is stuck underneath the PS3. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'm gonna have to fix it by the time I get done here. I don't even know how I got stuck under there, but it did. Probably because of the way I was moving it. Who knows? Okay. Oh, shoot. Damn it, Kunga. Why'd you have to block my view? Okay. All right. Doing okay so far, despite the couple of mistakes that were made here. How did I miss that? Okay. I guess while I'm here, did any of you guys watch the Awesome Games Done Quick Banjo Kazooie race on Thursday? I know a lot of people watched it, but I'm not sure if anyone here has. Let me know if you have. And what did you think of the race? Did you enjoy it? Let me know. As for me, I enjoyed the race and I was entertained. Especially showing the new Ninpulk skip in action along with I'm sure that after the event is over, Games Done Quick will upload those videos, those runs to YouTube itself. That's usually what happens and how I catch most of their runs anyway, via on demand. If you know what I mean. Definitely worth the extra second to pick up some extra eggs. Come on, drop. Thank you. Nice! Nice improvement by nearly 10 seconds. Definitely happy to see that nice rainbow. Especially after the small mistakes that happened. Sometimes small mistakes don't cost very much time, but the more you do them, the more they'll add up. And that is a big no-no. Alright. Hopefully Clankers will go even better this time, and I won't actually lose time. We'll see. We'll most definitely see. Okay. Dang it! Whatever. I suck getting onto the side of the pipe and staying Talon Trot anyway. Even if I don't make it in via Talon Trot, it really isn't that big of a deal. Just have to take an extra second to reactivate it upon entry. Alright, off we go. Maybe this time, if we manage to make it back to Bubblegloop, I'll be able to pull off the hut jumping in my first attempt. We'll definitely see if we manage to make it that far again. Which I'm sure we will at some point. Oh crap, I went the wrong way. Wow. That's definitely not good. Hopefully things will still be okay. And hopefully Gloop will actually be helpful, but then again, I probably screwed the cycle up completely just because of that little misdirection. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Can't see. Okay. I don't think that's enough air. Oh my god, grab it, please. Screw it, I gotta go. I lost too much time in here as is. Man. Wow, I really screwed that up hard. I don't know why I've been screwing that up so much lately. Probably because of the fact that I'm trying to go for a faster cycle. And it just throws me off when I feel like I don't have enough air to make it up to the surface in time, and also grab the Jinjo. Okay. Cost him more eggs than I would have liked, but I think we'll be okay. At least we still managed to score the hits necessary for the cycle. Oh, man. Supposedly, there is a way you could efficiently do that first hoop. And it essentially involves jumping on top of the hoop. And the alternative, which is what I tend to do, is just to jump through the first hoop in Talon Trot. And then just jump for it. That's another 19, unfortunately, but again, that's not bad. It's pretty average, and I'm okay with that. Now, hopefully we won't have any mishaps with this bolt jump here. Definitely don't like this camera angle. Well, time for plan B. Just accidentally slipped off like a frickin' goober. Oh my god, that was too close. Damn it, I did it again. Well then. I'm gonna reset, fuck it. I am resetting after that shit. Somehow I recoiled way too far back. I don't know why that happened. What the actual fuck? Come on, I did not want to start a new game. I wanted to erase it. Why does it take like 10 million years just to erase and quit the game? Screw it. I'm just going to relaunch it. Doing it this way may take longer technically to restart the entire game. But at least it doesn't save the data. So, there. Like I said, today I've just been stuck in this early game rut. I cannot get out for the life of me. No matter how hard I goddamn try. I'm trying my damnedest, and yet I can't do it. Even during practice, during the off-screen sessions, I can't get out of the early game. I don't know why. It's like I hit my peak, and then I just can't get out of this slump, ever. Just everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. Like losing to Mr. Vile, getting killed by frickin' crabs, slipping off of platforms, dying, and to answer your question, it's Xbox One. I'm playing the Xbox One, and the game technically is available via backwards compatibility, and it's also included as one of the games in Rare Replay, and that's how I'm able to play this game. As for whatever reason, when I bought the game originally using my original profile, when I lost that original profile, which originally had the game, or purchased it, the game reverted back to trial mode. So essentially, I lost the 360 version of the game for quite a long time until I got my hands on the Xbox One again, along with Rare Replay. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I need a drink after this, that's for sure. Okay. Hang on a second, I'm gonna get this cord off. Okay. I did it again! God damn it! Whew. Good God Almighty. Anyway, as I was trying to say, I just had to get the cord from underneath the PlayStation 3. I don't know why I got stuck under there, but it did. Let's go. One other thing that's definitely worth noting is on my splits, it should clearly indicate what category I'm going for and also what console I'm playing. I don't know why people sometimes just don't see it, but that's just the way it is. Probably because most people are so used to seeing a vertical layout as opposed to a horizontal one. The reason why I went with horizontal is because of the way my layout is and what I want to include in my streams, especially when speedrunning this game here. I had to go with a horizontal layout. Plus, it doesn't take up as much real estate as the vertical layout does. At least when you're trying to display a whole bunch of information. Okay, Banjo, wide bear punch there. Clearly I was moving forward. God damn it, dude. Get the fuck up there! And that is another goddamn reset, as Banjo just simply refuses to climb up the damn stump. Yet again. Wow. Screw this game. I swear to God. Jesus Christ. How many attempts have I done of this today? In the span of 2 hours. Technically speaking, there is an attempt counter, but it's not visible on the splits. I choose not to display that counter just because I don't feel like it. Maybe the reason why I didn't make it to the stump was because I have no idea. Probably because I didn't roll off of the stump completely. Who knows? I'm just so damn irritated. I have a feeling I'm going to have yet another situation where I won't have another run going until like 3 hours later. Or more or less when we hit the 3-hour mark. And then I'll end up streaming for another 5 or so hours. Only to have it fail and just crumble before me. Right at the very end. Just like last time. Oh, God, I hope not. But you never know. There we go. Damn it! Nope. Reset, 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 reset. That should not have happened. Somehow I was still too close to the goddamn molehill, even though I was nowhere near it. Another bullshit fail because of bullshit. Okay. Wow. Am I really gonna have to reset already because I failed to jump? I was like 1 frame too late. Jesus Christ on a bicycle. I just cannot get through early game. No matter what I goddamn do. Alright, let's go. It'll probably take me at least 2 jumps to make it up the first freaking cliff. Because that's just how bad this run has already started. What did I tell you? What did I goddamn tell you? Just gotta take it easy. And quit bear punching! I cannot get a goddamn break! I don't even. Clearly that shouldn't have triggered, and yet it did. Maybe I was too far to the left by 1 goddamn mother truckin' pixel again. Who knows? But regardless, I am pissed. I am absolutely pissed. Alright. Okay. A bit of a better start. Enough with the lecture already. Can we just go? Okay. Okay, good start so far. God damn it. Screw it. Gotta take the slow way because apparently I can't jump up a goddamn stump to save my ass. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Some mistakes were definitely made there, but at least we finally got on Spiral Mountain after what seems like 20 goddamn minutes. But whatever, I'll gladly take it. As long as I manage to pull off bottle skip, that's all that really matters there. Okay. Let's head back through here, and hopefully things will go even better this time. Maybe we'll get yet another 10-second time save. We'll definitely see. Okay. I'm kind of surprised that termite went as far as he did. Usually they stick to their normal patrol zones, but that one felt like being a rogue for some reason. Hashtag thug life. Hopefully he won't get in the way later, but you never know. Okay, things are going alright so far. Oh, hello, we have a new follower. It is Classic Lobster. The alert should be popping up any second now. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Like I said, the alert should be... There we go. There's the alert. Classic Lobster, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Hope you enjoy your stay here. And of course, I highly appreciate you following me as well. I appreciate every follower I get, including subscriptions. If you happen to have a Twitch Prime subscription or Amazon Prime, you can actually use your free sub that you get once per month to subscribe to this channel if you wish. So, being a subscriber, you'll get immunities to slow mode, and you'll also get a nice looking badge to showcase alongside your name whenever you decide to chat on this channel. And depending on how long you subscribe to me for, the badge will change and get better and better. Okay, that's new. Potential speedrunning strat? Maybe. Although I probably won't be able to get that on a consistent basis. And that is a pretty frame-perfect trick. Okay. Another way you can show support as well, if you so desire, is if you happen to have any bits, which is Twitch's currency, you can use those bits to quote-unquote cheer me on. Best of all, you can earn bits for free and use them however you wish. Again, that's just another way you can share and show your support for this channel. Okay. Normally I would have gone for those eggs, but because the termite was being a troll and just sitting on them as if it was trying to lay them, it just wasn't working out. So I kind of had to ignore him. Oh my god, grab the note please. Jesus. Excellent. That was even better than last time. That's like nearly a 13-second time save. That was sweet. Hopefully that can be maintained as we head back into Clanker's Cavern yet again. And hopefully we'll actually get a good gloop cycle. That is if we're fast enough. But we'll definitely see. Although, now that I think about it, the route I typically take with clankers at the start is considerably slower. At least, maybe it is. I don't know. I really don't know if it's actually slower or faster. Okay. Alright. So far, so good. Let's keep up the pace. I keep thinking I could just jump out of the water and go back to the surface immediately, but no, I can't do that. Okay. Back to Clankers we go. Please give me a good gloop cycle, please. Okay. This is good. Very good. All right. Now to head to the bottom of the sea, if you can even call it that. And yeah, there is a hole in the bottom of the sea. Oh my god, grab the note, please. Grab the note! Thank you. Jesus Christ. Why'd that take like 20 seconds? Can't see. Wow. This definitely isn't good. Honestly, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to get a good cycle with Gloop right now. Okay. Alright, that's all the notes. Good. Time to book it. And I wasn't sure if that was the wrong way or not. Lately, whenever I'm doing this section, I've been facing the wrong direction. Alright. Unfortunately, we did end up missing the cycle, but again, that's fine. Are you freaking kidding me? Wow, you are literally shitting me right now, game. Wow, that was my last egg. I stream, I try to stream at least 3 days a week. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Typically. However, sometimes life gets in the way. And so I have to put off the streams until different points in the week. Which did happen this past week. So to make up for it, I'm going to be streaming today as well as tomorrow. Wow. I honestly can't believe I'm all out of eggs. And that's gonna be at least a 14. I can already tell. At this point, I really am thinking about resetting yet again because the huge slip-up and the missing the cycle, running out of resources. I really don't know. Okay, that's a 17. Yeah, I am, actually. I am excited to see that Banjo is going to be in Smash Ultimate. He's the third DLC fighter who's going to be appearing in the game this fall, which is awesome. Okay. Damn it. Didn't mash A fast enough. I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I mean, if Shovel Knight can get an amiibo, I don't see why Banjo Kazooie can't get one. Not again. I refuse to fall backwards again. Really, game? Again? What is up with this random loss of momentum I've been experiencing lately? Now the cycles are all screwed up on these freaking blades of death. I knew it! And I'm gonna hit this one too, or not. Okay. That was too wide. Screw it. I should be okay still. Not gonna be resetting just yet, but at this point, yep, that is a reset. I say I don't want to reset, and yet I have to now, because bullshit! Freaking bullshit hit detection. Why did I get double tapped immediately? Why? That does not happen ever. I don't understand this goddamn game, I swear to God. Like I said, can't get out of early game no matter what I fucking do. And I'm so goddamn pissed that I can't get out of this slump. The furthest I've made it out of my most recent attempts, not counting today, and I mean last time, was the final battle after about 3 hours. Like around the 3-hour mark was when I finally made it past early game. Good God. I just don't understand why I am stuck in this freaking slump. It just never seems to end. And it's like, I want to keep going every single goddamn day, but no, I can't do that. I don't have that kind of time, as much as I hate to admit it. And even if I did, I wouldn't want to play every single day, otherwise I'd go insane. Okay. That is kind of funny. As, believe it or not, that's actually true. Yep, indeed. That does appear to be the case as to why. Okay. Here we go again. One of these days, I'm going to put in that frickin' dead meme known as "Aw shit, here we go again." I'm gonna put that in as me starting the timer at some point. I may do it sometime tonight, but I don't know. We'll definitely see. Right now I'm strictly running Banjo Kazooie. However, on here okay, this is how my schedule typically works. 3 days a week I do stream. 2 out of the 3 days are dedicated to a playthrough that I do. And it's known as a Let's Play. And it's done via live stream. I've been doing it for like the past 2 years now. And it's a lot of fun to make Let's Plays in that format. It honestly is. Just means I can go through more games throughout the entire year, rather than just stick with one game for like 10 million years. And I enjoy the live stream format. It just makes things more fun. But as you can see, for like the 3rd day, or 1 day out of the 3 days I stream during the week, I dedicate that day to speedrunning Banjo Kazooie. And when I do speedrun this game, I always go for the 100% category because I don't know how to do any percent. Any percent is a newer category that was only just introduced a couple of years back. And if I'm ever going to do any percent, I have to learn certain tricks. Those are, of course, Peak Early and Reverse Speed Adventure. That much is certain. Okay. Nice improvement overall. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, there I slowed down because the text box for Grunty was still going, and I didn't want to move too fast and lose even more time. As, in the Xbox version of the game, you cannot cancel very many messages throughout the course of the playthrough. Unlike N64, where you could input a simple button command to cancel most dialogue boxes, including Grunty's lectures. The button combination is L, R, and B on N64, but because the L button is technically not mapped in this version of the game, you can't skip very many messages. The only messages you can skip are the ones of which you can just push B to cancel. Okay. There's also another very big difference between N64 and also Xbox for Banjo Kazooie speedrunning. Basically, every single runner who has played Banjo Kazooie primarily sticks to version 1.0 of the game. And so, since I'm playing the Xbox version, it's actually based on version 1.1. So, what's the difference between 1.0 and 1.1? Well, the difference is in Tinker Tower. In Tinker Tower, you can, believe it or not, climb up the entirety of the tower using what is known as slope manipulation. And in version 1.1, you can't use the slope manipulation glitch to navigate your way up Tinker Tower. So that's the biggest difference. So, in order to climb Tinker Tower, you do need the termite transformation. Damn it! Of course I would miss these again. Well, thank God for better draw distance. Because, oh my god, the N64 version's draw distance was horrendous. How was that a mess? Do you have the aim of a goddamn stormtrooper? Apparently he does. Occasionally, Kunga's aim is just all over the place. And other times he'll snipe you. Oh my god. After such a good run up to this point, I just had to screw it all up by missing the orange Jinjo, missed one of the notes on Stonehenge at least 2 or 3 times, and of course missing a set of notes on the frickin' hill leading up to this area. Plus, screwing up Kunga, too, definitely doesn't help things at all. Okay. Okay. Alright. Just about done here, folks. We're just about done. Still have a little bit of a ways to go. We just got a few more things to pick up and then we are out of here. And hopefully, despite the mistakes that were made, I don't lose too much time. But we'll see. So like I said, most runners who are running on version 1.0 of Banjo Kazooie on N64, they would not grab this termite transformation at all, as that wastes a whole lot of time. But again, because Xbox is based on version 1.1 of the game, you do have to take the intended route, which is unfortunate. Basically, I'm gonna lose at least 20 seconds here. Yeah. Yep. There goes 20 seconds. Okay, it was 11. Still, that was absolute horseshit. Man, I am not happy with the way Mumbo's turned out. And now I'm not going to reset just yet. We'll definitely, we may end up doing so by the time we, finish up Clankers, but we'll see. Especially after having an input eaten up yet again. Okay. If the run ends up dying at a certain point in Clankers, which I can see that happening very, very soon, depending on how far I get, I may just say screw it and just go practice doing FP early. But I don't know, it's just something I'm thinking about because I can't get out of this early game slump. Figure I might as well do something for like the next few minutes. Okay. Can't miss this. Let's go. Game. And I'm gonna miss the frickin' cycle. I just know it. Well, because I jerked around. I was darting like a frickin' madman. Oh, this is just shit. I really should quit complaining, but can you really blame me? At least I'm not like, say, one of the top runners who makes like one little mistake and then they just instantly reset. It's nothing like that yet. I haven't gotten that good. I'd like to convince myself that I'm good at this game. But that clearly has not been showing over the past 2 or 3 weeks. Another big difference in the Xbox route versus N64 is on Xbox it's more beneficial to grab eggs and feathers, in other words, learn every single move in the game with the FFM setup file, as opposed to not doing that. And the reason as to why is the Xbox version is the only one that has this, and that is, it does not have the ability to skip messages with the button command of L, R, and B. Any version on N64, even if it is version 1.1, it can still skip most messages. Just the Xbox is just the only one which can't do that. And I was kind of hoping that the most recent patch would have added that ability in. But it appears that that's just not going to happen. The only thing it did was just, Are you freaking kidding me?! I can't aim. I can't aim. Honestly, I think I am going to reset. If one more mistake is made. One more. Although now that I look at my time, I'm just going to have to say fuck it. Probably just going to have to say screw it. And depending on how fast we complete this, I may just go practice FP early for like the next 10 minutes, maybe. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. As apparently, I just cannot run this game, ever. No matter how hard I goddamn try, I always screw up. That was retarded. Okay. Sorry about that foul language there. But when I am this angry at myself, I tend to unleash the sailor mouth. Okay. Fuck you. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. I'm done. Apparently, I can't play this game today. I just can't. I can't! I can never play this game again. So, you know what? Fuck this shit. Let's go practice FP early. Honestly, I just can't do shit. I just can't. I mean, I am trying so goddamn hard. And I'm literally pushing myself to the brink. Also, where the hell am I going? Muscle memory's kicking in like I want to keep going, but of course I can't. I don't have enough time. I just don't have that kind of time in my hands. So, yeah. We're basically done here for today. So, for the next 15 minutes, I'm just going to practice FP early and maybe even try 450 no door skip, too. Well, technically, the door's already open, so there's not very much of a point of doing it. But it's good practice, nonetheless, for when I actually do learn to actually play the goddamn game. Yeah. I was already maxed out on feathers. And of course, Mr. Phase Snowman, who could never miss. Okay. Yep, that was not good enough. Not even close. I was too low. Too low to the frickin' ground. Damn it! What went wrong that time? It's like I can get it every so often, like 1 out of 10 times. There we go. That may not be perfect, but at least it still works. You see how frustrating that move can truly be? And like I said, I'm just practicing it. I still have not gotten the move down to a T yet. Okay. Definitely gonna try that again, that's for sure. Like I said, FP Early takes a ton of practice. And mastering this is not necessarily vital, but if you can manage to pull it off and pull off the route proper, then you can save quite a lot of time in the long run. Well, that, again, wasn't perfect. I think what's going on with me is whenever I don't, or whenever I can't see the level itself, I tend to panic and use up more feathers than I should. The problem with FP Early as well as 450 Note Door Skip is it is very feather heavy. It takes a ton of feathers to not only get to where you need to go, but also okay, so what I'm doing here, this is known as pause buffering. If you screw up a little too much, you can essentially slow down the timer. Damn it. You can slow down the timer to a point where you can make it even without the running shoes. Albeit it is slower in real time, but it does help with trying to meet time crunch, if you know what I mean. Hey, what do you know? I actually managed to pull a 450 Note Door Skip. Even though the Note Door was already there. Or already gone. Still, that was pretty sweet. Happy about that. Again, this is just practice. Might as well, since I can't run the game today. Believe me, been trying to do it for like the past 3 hours. Damn it. I was too high. Too high up the ramp. Honestly, I think the reason as to why I was too high was because I hesitated ever so slightly. It's like the slightest hesitation will cost you dearly. It's like once you master Freezeezy Peak Early, aka FP Early, and also 450 Note Door Skip, you have to couple this trick with Reverse B Adventure. God damn it. If you don't team up those two tricks, then unfortunately you're going to be short on Jiggies. By the time you complete Click Clock Wood using this route, you should have up to 5 Jiggies from the lair. Afterwards, you would then use the B transformation to get out of the Click Clock Wood hub area. God damn it. That can also happen too, apparently. If you're too far to the right, if you're too far to the right when trying to clip out, then you'll just crash and fall into the void. Thankfully you won't die, but even so, it's still a pain. Especially considering that you lose a feather and also a hit of your health too. And you also go back to the previous loading zone. So anyway, as I was trying to say before, essentially you would take the B transformation outside of the Click Clock Wood hub area, which is not intended. God damn it. I guess it wasn't low enough. But as I was trying to say, again, take it out of the hub area, like, which that is a lot easier said than done. Believe me, I've tried to practice it several times and, never really managed to get out even once. But if you manage to get out of there, you would then fly all over the lair to pick up the remaining Jiggies that are in the lair. Well, that was way too many feathers used. I wonder how it is that runners are able to keep a certain amount of height when exiting out of bounds. Speaking of out of bounds, if you go too far out of bounds, you'll end up voiding out. And like I mentioned before, if you void out, you'll return to the previous loading zone. The exception to this, of course, is if you're in the middle of a level. If you're in the middle of a level or something, like, say, Click Clock Wood, then you would return to the start pad if you end up voiding out. It can be very useful to get back to the start quickly without necessarily dying and losing all of your notes. This is especially apparent in the N64 version of the game, where if you die in that version, you lose all your notes and also all your Jinjos. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and try this a couple more times. Afterwards, I'm going to call it a day, as I don't want to end up streaming for another 5 hours. God damn it, I knew that was going to happen too. Excuse me. Okay. Like I said, this trick is considered the hardest trick in the entire game, and it takes a ton of practice. I have been practicing up on this lately, and like I've mentioned before, I'm usually able to get like 1 out of every 10 times I attempt it. But usually, I have a lot of problems trying to do it. And honestly, it's a massive pain in the ass. Your movement has to be absolutely spot on. Otherwise, you lose roughly 40 seconds just to do another attempt. And at that point, if you miss too many times, you might as well reset because you'll be out of red feathers. And you won't be able to do very much afterwards. God damn it! Still too far to the right. Damn it, I knew that was gonna fail miserably. I want to at least pull it off one more time. Afterwards, I may just go ahead and call it a day. I may make FP Early look kind of easy to pull off, but trust me, it's not. It's not easy at all in the slightest. And that's another problem too. If you happen to fly too far, or if you happen to fly too high up, you'll end up clipping back in bounds before you make it into the loading zone of Freezeezy Peak. Which, that is bad. That is really, really bad. That means you've wasted so many feathers just for nothing. And at that point, you might as well reset, as your run is essentially dead. Okay. I'm gonna try a little bit more. Gonna try a couple more times, and afterwards, I'm gonna be done. God damn it. Okay. Alright, with that, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day here. Obviously, I need a hell of a lot more practice with this trick, as I'm using way too many feathers when it comes to the trick in particular. But, yeah. Not only that, but I also need to find a way to get out of the early game as soon as possible. Trust me. I really do. I'm really getting freaking peeved and tired of this crap. It's driving me absolutely bonkers. Anywho, I'm calling it a day here. This is General Snivy with another failure of Banjo Kazooie speedrunning attempts. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. The next time I attempt to stream this game again, hopefully I will finally get out of frickin' early game and actually make it someplace new other than Bubblegloop. Please, for the love of God, let me do that. But, like I said, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time.